This video provides a thorough overview of guidelines for effective student writing assessment. We will cover the key qualities of writing tasks, factors in their development, context-sensitive assessments, clear task instructions, and considerations for genre and time management. Effective writing tasks must be clear, valid, reliable, and engaging. These qualities ensure that students understand expectations, demonstrate their true writing abilities, and stay motivated throughout the assessment. Let's talk about each of these qualities in more detail. Clear writing tasks communicate precise instructions and criteria so students know exactly what is expected. This reduces confusion and allows students to focus on demonstrating their writing skills. A clear task acts as a roadmap for students. When the instructions are vague, students often waste time trying to guess what the teacher wants, leading to frustration and a final product that may not meet the assignment's goals. By ensuring your writing tasks have a clear purpose, audience, and set of expectations, you empower students to write with confidence and intention. Validity involves designing tasks that accurately measure students' genuine writing skills. This means avoiding prompts that encourage memorization or off-topic writing, ensuring that the assessment truly reflects their abilities. A valid writing task is a fair writing task. If a prompt asks students to write about a topic they know nothing about, they may not be able to demonstrate their writing skills, even if they have them. A valid task, on the other hand, allows students to show what they can do. For example, a valid task for an ESL student might ask them to write an email to a friend, as this is a real world writing situation that they will likely face. This gives the student a chance to demonstrate their ability to communicate effectively, which is the ultimate goal of learning to write. Reliability ensures that your scoring is consistent across different students and tasks. This requires clear rubrics and training to maintain fairness and objectivity in assessment. If an assessment is not reliable, its results are meaningless. For example, if you score two similar papers and give them widely different grades, the assessment is not reliable. Reliability is crucial for both students and teachers because it means that a student's grade is a true reflection of their work, not just the subjectivity of the teacher. By using clear rubrics and providing training to ensure your scoring is consistent, you can create a reliable and fair writing assessment system. Engaging tasks capture students' interest, making them more motivated to express themselves authentically and thoughtfully. This leads to better performance and more valid assessment results. When students are genuinely interested in a topic, they're more likely to invest time and effort in their writing. An engaging task connects to their personal experiences, hobbies, or curiosities, shifting the focus from simply doing an assignment to truly communicating a meaningful message. This not only leads to higher quality writing, but also allows for a more accurate and valid assessment of a student's true writing ability. For example, asking students to write a personal reflection on a favorite movie can be far more engaging than asking for a formal essay on a random historical event. Developing effective writing tasks also involves selecting suitable subject matter. choosing prompt types that maximize student performance, and considering the specific context of the language learning environment. Subject matter should be relevant and relatable to students' experiences and interests to encourage authentic and meaningful writing responses. When students write about things that matter to them, their writing becomes more genuine and expressive. It's difficult to write a strong essay about a topic you know nothing about or have no interest in. By choosing topics that connect their lives, such as their hobbies, their favorite movies, or issues in their community, you are giving them the motivation to invest in their writing and produce a more personal and thoughtful piece. This is crucial for valid assessment because it allows you to see their true writing ability, not just their ability to research and memorize facts. Various prompt types, such as narrative, expository, or argumentative, can elicit different writing skills. Selecting the right prompt type helps students showcase their strength effectively. Which uh, prompt types are you going to select? The ones that you're doing in class, the ones that you're working on in class. A well-chosen prompt is a key to a successful writing task. For example, a student who is a creative thinker might excel at a narrative prompt that asks them to write a story. On the other hand, a student who is more analytical might perform better on an argumentative prompt that asks them to defend a position. By offering a variety of prompt types, you can ensure that all students have a chance to demonstrate their abilities. This not only makes the assessment fairer, but also helps students feel more confident and motivated about their writing. Understanding students' backgrounds, proficiency levels, and educational context helps in creating writing tasks that are fair and appropriate for diverse learners. The context of your students is key to a successful writing task. A task that works well for a high-level university student in an academic program may not be appropriate for a beginner learner in a community class or elementary school. For example, asking a beginner to write a formal research paper will be frustrating and unfair, but asking them to write a short email to a friend is a task they can handle. By considering your students' specific needs and abilities, you can design tasks that challenge them without overwhelming them, leading to better learning outcomes and more valid assessment results. Writing assessments should be tailored to accommodate diverse student backgrounds, varied assessment tasks, and differences in language proficiency and knowledge. Task stimuli should be inclusive and culturally sensitive, ensuring all students can relate to the prompt and perform to their potential. When a writing prompt uses references or cultural contexts that are unfamiliar to some students, it can put them at a disadvantage. For example, a prompt about a traditional American holiday may not be as accessible to a student from a different cultural background. By using stimuli that are globally relevant and relatable to a variety of cultures, you can create a level playing field. This is crucial for validity because it allows you to assess a student's writing ability, not their cultural knowledge. Employing a range of task types allows students with different skills and learning styles to demonstrate their writing abilities effectively. Not all students are strong in the same areas. Some students might be excellent storytellers, but struggle with formal reports. Others might be great at summarizing information, but have a hard time with creative writing. By offering different types of writing tasks, such as narrative, expository, or persuasive prompts, you give all students a chance to succeed. This variety not only makes assessments fairer, but also helps students discover the strength and weaknesses of the writer. Ultimately, it depends on the program. Sometimes you need to reevaluate your programs and make sure that your writing programs offer a variety of text types. Assessment tasks should consider students' language proficiency levels and prior knowledge to provide equitable opportunities for success. A successful writing task needs to be challenging but achievable. If a task is too difficult for a student's proficiency level, it can lead to frustration and a lack of motivation. Similarly, if a task assumes prior knowledge that a student doesn't have, it can unfairly penalize them. By tailoring tasks to your student specific needs, you're not lowering expectations. You're creating a fair and inclusive learning environment where every student has the chance to truly demonstrate their abilities and grow as a writer. Clear and concise instructions are essential to facilitate student understanding and ensure they know how to approach a writing task successfully. Instructions must be clear, concise, and consistently formatted to prevent confusion and promote focus on the writing. Think of instructions as a recipe for a writing task. If the steps are unclear or jumbled, the final product will likely be a mess. For a student, unclear instructions can lead to frustration and a sense of being lost. By making your instructions clear, concise, and consistently formatted, you provide a stable foundation for the students to build on. This allows them to spend their energy on the creative and critical aspects of writing, not on trying to decipher what you want. To ensure students fully understand a writing task, you should provide examples. Show students what a successful final product looks like. For example, if the task is to write a persuasive essay, show them a high-scoring example. Clarify key terms. Don't assume students understand terms like argumentative, expository, or synthesis. Take the time to explain these concepts clearly. Ideally, you should have covered all these key terms in class. Offer practice opportunities. Give students a chance to practice parts of the task before the final assessment. For example, they could practice writing a strong thesis statement or a topic sentence before writing the full paper. By taking this extra steps, you can help all students feel more confident and prepare for the task at hand. So, what is the key? Whatever you do in class, make sure you do the same in the assessment. Understanding genre conventions and managing realistic timeframes are key to authentic assessment, alongside considering portfolio assessment for comprehensive evaluation. Familiarizing students with the structure and style expected in different genres prepares them to write effectively within assessment context. Every genre has its own set of rules. A personal letter has a different style and structure than a formal report, as we discussed earlier this week. By teaching students about these genre conventions, you're giving them the tools they need to succeed in different writing situations. This also makes assessment more valid. When a student knows exactly what a persuasive essay or a narrative needs, they can focus their energy on creating strong content rather than trying to guess the right format. This ensures that their grade is a reflection of their writing ability, not their knowledge of unstated rules. So here's what you should do. If you work on certain genres in class, only assess on genres. Allocating appropriate time frames ensures students can produce thoughtful, high quality writing reflective of real world tasks. In real life, you don't always have unlimited time to write. A successful writer knows how to work within a given time frame, whether it's a tight deadline for a news article or a longer period for a book. By giving students a realistic amount of time to complete a writing task, you're not just assessing their ability to write, but also their ability to plan, organize, and execute a project. This helps prepare them for the demands of academic and professional life. For example, a student given a week to write a short report will have a more authentic experience than a student given only 30 minutes to complete the same task. Portfolios allow for the assessment of writing development over time and across different genres, providing a richer, more comprehensive picture of a student's writing abilities. Unlike a single score essay, a portfolio provides a detailed look at a student's growth as a writer. It can include various pieces of writing, such as journal entries, formal essays, creative stories, and even blog posts. By evaluating a portfolio, a teacher can see how a student has progressed, whether the strength where the strengths lie and what areas they still need to work on. This method is more authentic and holistic, and it reflects the real world nature of writing as a continuous process rather than a one time event. Effective assessment of student writing is achieved through well designed, clear, and context sensitive tasks. These tasks should consider students' diversity, use clear instructions, and involve appropriate genre and time management. Such strategies foster fairness and encourage the authentic demonstration of their writing skills. My biggest recommendation is to align instruction and assessment. This means that you should assess students using the same types of writing tasks that you practice in class. If you consistently ask students to write paragraph during your lessons, you should also ask them to write a paragraph in the writing assessment. The key is to be consistent.